Hey, Marcus Washington, MTC Media. Look, Alabama, Georgia showed us that for those who are worried about the expansion of the college football playoffs, meaning that teams would be, in a sense, more relaxed because it wouldn't be necessarily that the regular season in its entirety was a playoff, which is how college football was structured in the past, which was your regular season really was your playoffs. The way that Alabama and Georgia played, did either one of them say that we're in the SEC and if we have one loss, we still good? I didn't see any of that in that game, and I think it's starting to put some. It should start to subside some fears that people had just simply because they don't like the fact that the playoffs expanded or they don't like the structure of the playoffs. Because we look at this year's playoffs. I mean, you could have, good gosh, I mean, how many SEC teams is going to be in this year's playoffs? How many Big Ten teams are going to be in this year's playoffs, man? I mean, and I'm sure there's going to be complaints when that happens because it's going to look like, oh, the playoffs is just SEC, Big Ten, the auto bigs, and a group of five. And that's certainly how that conference is playing. That's what could happen. Now, look, Ole Miss with an awful loss to Kentucky probably has pushed some people off of the Ole Miss bandwagon, but Miami obviously is still up there in the ACC, and that might be, I can't believe I'm saying this in college football, but that might be a one bid league. We'll go ahead and start using terminology like that. But Alabama and Georgia is always good. I mean, these SEC rivalries are always good. But it's what I had said before earlier in the season. Expansion, man. Expansion has given us a game like this every week. Michigan, USC. We would have never seen that before in this sort of fashion with so much. Tennessee and Oklahoma. We would have never seen this before in that sort of fashion. And everybody wanted to kill conference expansion, but this is what was imagined when we started putting all these super conferences together. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't hate it. I really like where this is going. And I know it's left some conferences scrambling. You see what the Pac-12 is doing. They're rating the Mountain West Conference from a basketball perspective. You know, Gonzaga joined the Pac-12 today. But from an entertainment, best product perspective, best football perspective from a college angle, college football might not have been better than what we're seeing it today. And you got to attribute that to conference expansion and somewhat to NIL. Two things that people hated a lot. So think about that when you're enjoying your wings and whatever is your drink of choice on Saturday. The thing that you hated and complained about is also the thing that's bringing you so much joy right now. It's Marcus Washington, MTC Media.